Hi Aquarius, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to bring you your October 2020 tarot reading. I'm using the transparent tarot today. I am madly in love with these cards. I just connect so well with them. And I first saw them on Charlie's Angel Tarot. She's a really good reader and a beautiful person. You should check her out if you get a chance. And she gave me a reading with these cards, and it was quite revealing, I'm going to say. The other thing I wanted to tell you, I'm just in my Sunday casual clothes. I didn't dress up, and I actually don't wear makeup anymore. Ever since this COVID thing, I stopped wearing makeup, and I don't think I'm gonna go back to it. I like it, you know. Anyhow, Aquarius. This ad-free video this month is brought to you by the sign Libra, who are sending in their $25 donations, and the $25 is for each video I put out for Libra in a year, $1 for each video. And then when Scorpio's month comes, they send me $25 because I put out 25 videos for each sign in a year, minimum 25. And I think that's fair, 25 a year. You pay for your own videos, but you get to watch them all. So, anyway, Aquarius, what is going on for you guys? Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, gotcha. Took a minute there. Took a minute there. You get a handle on you, you know. Look at that. The star. Look at that. I had to flip it over, eh? I didn't leave that out for you because it was there. It wanted to be. Some of these are backwards, and you can tell by because of the way they've got a bend in them already. That's okay. So I'm going to cut those right now for you, Aquarius. Okay, so let's see what we got here for you. So I'm going to go over that star in a second. I want to pull out some of these cards first. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my goodness. They are very powerful. Very, very powerful here, my darlings. You know, I've never seen this one. I'm wondering if it's the Hermit, maybe. Okay. Okay. So here you are. You jumped right out of the top of that deck. And, you know, it's about regeneration, right? And it's something you may need now. You know, you may need to recharge. You might be getting worn down. Um, and so, taking good care of yourself. Also, the star is about having faith, blind faith, in something that there's no guarantee of. I'm just going to believe, you know. It's the agreement, the secret, all those things wrapped into one. Having faith in something unseen. Okay? I love that. You got a lot of major arcana here. So these are big things happening in your life. You got a lot of big things happening. First of all, your very first card in your past is the Ace of Swords. So this is some sort of communication, or you might get a message, a call, an offer, okay? Something new, something that gives you some sort of independence, some sort of new lease. It could even be. Sometimes I see the ace as an actual document. This could be signing something, agreeing to something, but it's first of all, it comes in a message, and I think it gives you more independence because here is the magician. And the magician is full of skills, very talented person. And this is how you're seen. Like, this offer comes in because they see you as they want to offer it to you. They see this very talented side of you and would like to access some of that, you know. So you got all the gifts right now, all right? But for you, it's deciding where to use them. You do. You're valued, well thought of, well respected. But where do you want to use them? You know? And right after the magician, you have the sun. You have the star and the sun. The sun is success. This I think this offer that's come in has assured you some success, and it possibly to expand too. You may be able to expand at this time. um wow. Yeah, because it's kind of funny, eh? Here's an ace, right? There's the offer. Here's a one. There's the magician. Okay. And this is going to turn into something very successful because the sun is 19, which is a 2. It's 20, it's a 2. A 1, 1, and a 2. This is going to expand into something successful for you. Something that I think this kind of shows you the way, the direction you're going in. Okay? But this is only one side of you. There's still all this side, this creative, passionate side. This is your business thinking side. Oops, that is so cool. I love that. I love these cards. I just got to tell you, I love these cards. So now in your present. So here you have the Five of Wands, and the thing I like about this card is that there's a lot of competition, a lot of different ideas of how it should be done or what should be done. And you are coming up with different ideas. You have different ideas. They're not wrong. They're just different and possible solutions to the same problem. Different solutions to the same problem. The way you go about things, the way you approach things is as you're being heard and noticed for your different ideas, your passion into your work as well. There could be some competition though, but I don't think, you're not even worried, right? You are like twirling these in your hands. You know? You rise above the competition, is what I'm going to tell you. And then we have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is about using your intuition and timing. There might be things that you're withholding, keeping secret. You just don't want to share it. It's not the right time, okay? And it's the dead center of your reading. And I think there's something, this is really on the deep feeling level here in the High Priestess, and um, in some ways, you feel lost. You feel um, like you're handling something alone. You know, the Five of Cups is feeling regret or loss, okay? And I don't think you're talking about it. I don't think you're sharing this this difficult stuff that you're going through. You're trying to handle it alone. I think you try and handle a lot of things alone. You know, you're taking all this on yourself, right? And and I think you're trying to find answers but from within, all right? Trying to find answers from within, you know. These you might start writing, journaling, keeping a record of some sort. Keeping a record, okay? This is what I'm thinking. You could be keeping a record, and I think it's private. You got to work out because you don't notice, you're not seeing all that you are, all that you've built, all that you have, evolved through, survived, and all that. You are a champion. You are strong. But there's something that here that, your intuition is telling you you need to go through this on your own. Okay? It's just something between you and yourself, you know. I don't think you're ready to share it necessarily with others around you until you've got a real handle on what it is. Um, Also, you could have some regret over. You might have a hard time letting some of this work go. You're trying to do it all and juggle it, and I think you may have to let those three wands go that are down here and just hold these two, right? But I think it's hard for you to do that. You're trying to get the timing right. So, in the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I love that it's the medicine wheel here because and the Wheel of Fortune is telling you it's about karmic change that's coming. Sorry about all these notification things that are coming up. I don't know how to silence all that. I'm not very good technically. But anyway, the medicine wheel is, about being whole. You need to be whole. In the tarot, the Wheel of Fortune is about a turn, a change of events, like something's happened. It's a karmic change. This is not just out of the blue. It's because other events happened and it all unfolds, right? This is what goes around comes around. And for you, it's going to help you bring wholeness to yourself. Okay? It's going to help you bring wholeness. This could be a life cycle that you've been on for quite a while, a journey you've been on for quite a while. There's something to do with the truth, too. I got to tell you, it's something to do with the truth because we have the Ace of Swords up here, the truth, the message. Then this fella, you know, um, trying to juggle it all, trying to rise above the competition. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, you know. The ultimate goal is the whole self, right? To feel good in all the parts of ourselves with the medicine wheel too, you know. The medicine wheel not only represents the whole self, It represents all humankind, all the races, all the seasons. Four is a very sacred number. And we have four seasons, four races, four directions, north, west, east, and south. Um, Four is very sacred, and I might remind you that we are in a four. Now, even though this is a 10, the Wheel of Fortune is a number 10, but that is completion. That's completion. And this is, I think, a self journey for you, you know, understanding, rising above the maybe some old messages too, perhaps. Now, this one, I think it's the Hermit. No. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. So, this is the Hermit. I'm going to tell you right now, this reminds me of the men's teaching in Native culture. So when a boy reaches puberty, he's supposed to go up to the mountain, go up into the forest, into the woods. And I'm not sure the exact time. I think it's like a week. It could be. And he has to survive on his own. And he has to be completely alone. There is an elder or an adult, within yelling distance, right? That he can go to for guidance, um, but it's time alone, and it's to, for one thing, the teaching is to let the boy know that if you cannot survive on your own, how can you support a family? How can you support even another person because this gift of life, the power of life that we have within us is a huge responsibility. And at puberty, we're given this power, right? We can create life if we want, but we don't really fully understand the responsibility. So when he goes up to the mountain, this is what he's supposed to gain. This is the teaching, the knowledge that he needs to gain is the responsibility of actually taking care of yourself. And before you bring another life in, you know? Um, so anyway, the hermit is time to reflect, to gain insight, to um, think about the ripples that cause an effect, that our actions, our words, because everything we do say ripples. It has an effect on something, someone. And so this is what this is a bit about, going up to the mountain. All right. You need some introspection. And you got to see this, your middle line going right down the center. This is your core, okay? Your core. So here we have the magician, and it's saying you got all the gifts. You're creative and smart and loving and um, stable and grounded. You know, you're mature. You've lived through a lot. You have a lot to offer. Okay. Then you have the high priestess. Look at that. So part of the high priestess is also, and the magician is, um, realizing how to use our gifts, how to use our talents, where we're needed and when, you know. And then the hermit. Oh my God, look at these together. I think that what you've learned, what you've gone through, I think you're going to share. I think it's going to emanate out of the top of the mountain. And what this emanation, this light that's coming out of the top of the mountain goes across the whole land. This is, it's spreading, right? This is a um, something that you're sharing, but it's you've got to record it. You need to decide where, when, how you're going to do this. You know what you got, but it's you need to do some introspection of the how and when and all that, and the effects, the ripples, right? The next generation and maybe 7 generations after this one, because when we make big decisions, it doesn't just affect your generation. It affects your children, your children's children, and them too. This is big stuff here, Aquarius. This is big stuff. I'm going to tell you, all the readings have been, really powerful this month. And big stuff is happening in October. Big stuff. And your last card is the King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign around you, doesn't have to be. Male or female, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And this person, if it's a person, because it also could be you, Taurus, and where you are after this event, after this big, like, I have a feeling you are going to need some time alone, some introspection, maybe even a break. You might need a break, because this is a huge thing you need to consider. You need to, because it's going to affect more than just you, okay? And the King of Pentacles is, could be you, Aquarius, like I said. But it's about maturity, it's about maturity and wanting to branch out with something new. You've been creating things all your life. You had the kids and you had the house and you did everything according to the rule book, But now you want something different. I gotta tell you, and this isn't all Aquariuses, but this happens a lot during midlife crisis, in your 50s. And when the kids have moved out, and you kind of you've done all that stuff, and you want different things now. That doesn't appeal to you anymore. Not that you're family or anything, but those goals don't appeal to you anymore. You have completely different goals now. And some of them are how we're going to give back. We're going to teach, the next generation, the young ones. Um, but this is, some sort of nurturing. You're branching out in some sort of nurturing way, okay? You're investing your time and energy you want to into something new and completely different. Completely different. You know, there's a possibility. There's a possibility you're going to give this up, what you're currently doing. You're in the rat race. This is kind of in the rat race here, okay? Competing with other people and their ideas, and and it's like um it's creative conflict, okay? Is what I'm going to say. It's creative conflict. And uh, there is a great possibility that you may give this up, okay? Or want to give this up. Um, I have it's something to do with this message or this call or this thing back here. And it's kind of the beginning of the change, you know what I mean? But this this is you there's concern. You have concern. You have regret. You're worried about what is lost, what has been lost. And you're focused too much on what's been lost. not what you still have, what you've gained. You know, you need to really, that's the introspection you need to do. And down your final line here, you are going to have success. I'm going to tell you, Aquarius, you're going to have success. Your future is looking brighter because of these changes you're starting to make. This inkling for something different, for something new, you know, different than this life you've been leading so far. It feels mundane, like in some sort of a rat race, okay? Then you have the Five of Cups. In some ways, I think this is not wanting to do it alone, you know, and you feel like you're facing something alone here. And you're not looking, like I said, that all that you have gained here. You can only see your losses or what's been lost. It might even not be necessarily your own. It might be a bigger picture, you know, what's been lost. And then, look at that. Oh, I love these cards. Love them. This, you know, the success is coming through branching out. It's through your branching out. Like, um, it's time. I think it's time. It's time, you know. It's, you will be fine. You will be fine. The sun and the star are both wish cards. They're both, you know, this one is like the blind faith, and this is what you're afraid to have here. You're like, I can't just go. I got bills to pay, and I got, you know, things to do. But both the sun or the star and the sun are wish cards saying, do it, go for it, take a chance, follow your dreams, have faith, have faith. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am so happy to bring you this reading, Aquarius. I want to leave you with a couple of quotes that friends, one in Aquarius, told me in the last week, and it's just food for thought. So I wanted to share them. This is the one the Aquarius shared with me. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, you know, you have to think about how um, that affects you or influences you. Okay? And the second quote is, if we could read the secret history of our enemies, we should find in each person's life sorrow and suffering enough to disarm all hostility. And that is by Longfellow. So I'll leave you with that. Again, I want to say thank you to Libra for their contributions and making this ad-free video possible. Please comment below if this means anything for you. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It all helps, and I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.